what are signs of bone stress injury? I've kind of defined the two terms, but what are signs of bone stress injuries? There's two different categories. Let's keep our focus over here on the orthopedic for the first part, okay? So orthopedic, going to be pretty obvious. It hurts. Something hurts, okay? But how does that pain actually present? It's going to be a specific point of pain that's likely over a bone. So that sounds super obvious, but it can fall into this category of like, I could keep running. It's not that bad. Yeah, there's something there, but you know, I don't have to stop. I can keep going. Point pain, okay, it's right here. I feel something right here in this spot. And if that spot is on a bone, you likely are dealing with some degree of a bone stress injury. Doesn't mean it's a stress fracture. Doesn't mean there's a crack in the bone, but maybe there's some irritation at the level of the bone itself, okay? If it feels achy when you stand or weight bearing, okay, you're just like, I kind of feel like sitting down. My leg's getting kind of achy, all right? The pressure that you're putting on the bone is getting irritated. The bone stress injury is getting irritated by the pressure you're putting on it, okay? And then achiness at night too. After a long day's work, you kind of feel like, oh man, my leg's kind of achy. This one, changing position doesn't help. This one's kind of nuanced. You can't really find a comfortable position no matter how you move the leg. It just kind of always stays there. You can't find a spot that feels better. It's kind of achy all the time. Worsening pain while running. This sounds kind of obvious, but we're all used to starting the run and it's like, oh man, that doesn't feel too good. But then magically it just kind of goes away. And then you can kind of run through the whole thing and you're like, oh, that went away on its own. Great. We love when that happens. This doesn't happen. That doesn't happen with these, okay? It's there at the beginning, and it's definitely getting worse as you're running. And yeah, I kind of want to finish the run. I'm pushing. Oh man, this thing is definitely worse, okay? That's not a great sign, okay? And then very clinically, pain with jumping. All right, so one test for ruling out bone stress injuries is just having someone jump up and down on one leg, okay? Someone that has a bone stress injury, likely, if they're jumping up and down, it's like, oh, ow, ooh, okay, no, that doesn't feel too good. If you can't jump on one leg, you can't run. Running is a series of single leg jumps, okay? So pain with jumping is not going to be too good with these, all right? So that's kind of all the orthopedic sides, but when the bone is involved, there also is a hormonal component to this, okay? And there's also some hormonal signs that we'll be able to look out for to think, okay, is this actually a bone stress injury? Is there something going on with the whole hormonal system along with the bones? And for men and women, there's differences. For women, it's going to be a missed period, okay? So if you miss a period and you're dealing with these kinds of aches, there's something wrong with the hormonal system, okay? So that is a sign of bone stress injuries in women. And for men, it's going to be decreased sex drive, decreased frequency of shaving, and then lack of morning erections, okay? So not only are there these categories of physical pains that you kind of notice, but there's also a whole group of things that are like, oh, that's a little weird. I didn't realize that that was related. I thought that this was kind of normal. I'm pushing really hard in my training, and yeah, it makes sense for me to have a little bit less sex drive. I'm kind of tired, or I thought it was normal to miss a period if you were training really hard. Sometimes people can think in those ways, but none of these things are normal, okay? And they're all related to the bone and bone health, okay?